Hello, my name is Leonard Percheni. For my second project in the writing class, I did 2 posters for the Hazard Branch Library where I have worked for 6 years. And for my presentation, I decided to do an evolution of libraries over time. Since the beginning of time, there had always been a need to preserve artifacts in some fashion for later appreciation by new generations. As a result, it seemed that there has always been some form of library in existence. In order for libraries to exist, it needs centralization, economic growth, and political stability. The first libraries can be traced back to Mesopotamia in 3000 BC. They were the social and economic centers of the community. Findings showed that the libraries included grammar exercises, treaties, medicine, astronomy, collections of hymns, and prayers. The first forms of text were etched on clay tablets. Archaeologists have spent centuries pulling together the bits and pieces of history. As a result of the research, they have managed to find what seems to be proof of the early libraries in Egypt. It is known that these libraries were established around 3020 BC and were private collections for the wealthy. However, as centuries passed, the transitions were made from clay tablets to papyrus plants that were used in similar fashion as modern-day paper. Egyptians used papyrus plants to create scrolls because they were much lighter, durable, stronger, thin, and much easier to carry around than clay tablets. Around 7 BC, the Royal Library of Assurbanipal was established, named after Assurbanipal, the last king of the Neo-Asian Empire. It contained thousands of clay tablets and fragments of text. Amongst his holdings was a famous Epic of Gilgamesh, which was a poem from Mesopotamia, which is amongst the earliest surviving works of literature. In 1850, a workman of Sir Austen Henry at India found clay tablets in the ruins of the palace of Assurbanipal. What was interesting about these tablets was that they had been arranged in order. Researchers examined these ancient tablets and determined that Nineveh had formed what would be considered as a library. In Greece around 5 BC, private libraries such as the Library of Alexandria were made up of non-fiction, fiction, and 10 different subject classes. The works of poets like Euphrates and philosophers like Aristotle were read and appreciated in classical Greek homes. Greeks emphasized the importance of literature and society and their homes. As many years progressed, the libraries began to shift from scrolls into more suitable forms called codex. Codex format was developed by the Romans in the 1st century AD from wooden written tablets. Codex was praised and advanced over scrolls because it was compact, sturdy, and easy to use. Around 4 AD, Roman libraries were established. After Caesar was murdered, numerous libraries were built, including 2 founded by the Emperor August and his successor Tiberius. Many libraries were used the same classification system as the Greek. In 1440, German inventor Johann invented the printing press, which was considered as one of the most important inventions in history. This device has made it possible for books, newspapers, magazines, and other reading materials to be produced in great numbers. It plays an important role in promoting literacy amongst the masses. One noticeable trend that occurred in the 15th century was that in central and northern Italy, libraries were purposely built by humanists and other enlightened patrons to highlight academia, in addition to encourage students to attend and gain a higher education. For the years 1600 and 1700, interest in libraries increased significantly. This was considered as the golden age of libraries. This occurred largely because the quality of books increased and the cost associated decreased. Even more, the renewal of interest in classical literature and culture, promoting nationals to build greater libraries and universities to accommodate them. By 1876, members of various libraries and communities saw the need to come together as librarians and library administrations to promote the establishment. As a result, the Library Association, or ALA, was created. This is the oldest and largest association in the world promoting libraries and education internationally. With the increase in published works, there had to be some way of organizing everything. In 1876, the same year as the American Library Association was established, Marvin Dewey created the Dewey Decimal System of classification, which organized books on library shelves by assigning the number to subjects and categories. For example, 100 is assigned to philosophy and psychology, 101 is metaphysics, and 130 is paranormal phenomena. Libraries across the world have come a long way since the start many millenniums ago. Now there are thousands of public libraries worldwide which are consistently adjusting society and technological advancements. In fact, the development of computers have given rise to a digital age where digital copies of books, magazines, newspapers, media have become available for patrons throughout the internet. In addition, libraries offer online databases, geology archives, and other resources which would normally not be available to the common individual. Many people underestimate the potential of libraries, but I believe if they know more about the history, then they will be more willing to use them as resources. The future of libraries is to keep adapting with time, yet remaining rooted in the past.